Okay, Revolve session. Back on the old rip trainer. You gotta love it. So, first exercise, we're going to be going for your squat rows. So it's going to be standing facing the anchor point. Both palms are going to be palms down. They can be zones 1 and 5. You can move them on in if you need to. So nice and easy squat rows. Nice tall torso with those. It's going to be 30 seconds on, 15 seconds breather. We're going to do 2 sets one side and then 2 sets the other. Then we've got a 90 degrees jump and press. You're going to start side onto the anchor point. Going to jump out 90 degrees, drive the bar out, landing light, and then a nice deep squat. Now you've got a couple of different levels with this. You can step and press out and then step back in. You can jump out and then step back in. Or you can jump out and jump in as I'm doing on the demo here. So we're going to, again, 2 sets one side, 2 sets the other. Next up after those is a lunge and a press. So you're going to stand facing away from the anchor point. Both palms are going to be palms down. You can go zones 1 and 5 with this, or zones 1 and 4. Or mid zones, as I'm doing in the demonstration here. Now, as you lunge out, so you're going to alternate the legs on this one. So alternating the legs, and as you do so, you're going to drive the bar. It's almost like a scoop. So you're scooping the bar up and over the head with that one. Again, we'll be doing 2 sets either side, but we will be alternating the legs all the way through. Then we have the TRX pitchfork. We're going to be standing facing the anchor point, both palms down, zones 1. So base hand palm down, zone 1. Power hand palm down, zone 4. From here, you're going to start in a squat with the rip trainer facing the anchor point. Then you're going to stand and you're going to drive that power arm over to your left-hand side on this first one. Arm's going to come out just to the side of the body. Arm's going to stay locked long. Then we have TRX windmills. So the TRX windmills, you're going to be base hand palm down, zone 1. Power hand palm up, zone 3. Stand facing sideways to the anchor point with this one. You're going to drop into a squat and circle down and away from the anchor point. Stand in and let the rip trainer return towards the anchor point, but keep some tension on that cable all the way through. Next up after these, we have your overhead axe chop. So we're going to be standing facing away from the anchor point. Base hand palm down, zone 1. Power hand palm up, zone 3 or 4. You can offset the feet as I have done here. So it'll be over your left shoulder, so your left leg will be stepping on back. You'll pull the base hand in towards the chest and driving, obviously with the power hand, driving up towards the ceiling, sticking the rip trainer into the ceiling or up into the sky with this one. Next up after those, we have your paddleboard row. So the paddleboard row, you're going to be standing facing the anchor point. Base hand's going to be palm up, zone 1. Power hand palm down, zone 3 or 4. You're going to squat down and you're going to paddle out to the outside foot on the same side as your power hand is. So nice and smooth and steady with those. Not too far back with that rip trainer. Just past the heel with those. Once you've done your paddleboard row, you have rip arches. Very similar to your windmills that we've done earlier here. So the rip arches, you're going to be base hand palm down, zone 1. Power hand palm up, zone 3. Standing sideways to the anchor point, nice tall torso. Descending into a squat, or you'll start in a squat. You'll stand, take the rip trainer from your outside edge of 1 foot up over an imaginary archway down to the outside edge, and then return it on the same path. Once you've done those, you have a rip high strike. So a rip high strike, you're going to be standing facing sideways to the anchor point to start. Base hand palm down, power hand palm up. Base hand palm down, zone 1. Power hand palm up, zone 3. You're going to pivot away from the anchor point and strike out around about a 45-degree angle. So a nice solid high strike. It's not an overhead strike. This is a high strike. And last but not least on these, it is your rip spear. So the rip spear, you're going to have both palms palms down, preferably like zone 1 and zone 4. From here, you're going to skim the side of the body as you push that rip trainer out to the side with this one, so nice and smooth and steady. Again, 2 sets one side, 2 sets the other. We've got a 15 seconds breather to set yourself up for the first exercise, which are those rip squat rows. All right, so in 15 seconds, we've got your rip squat row. So we're going to go both hands palms down. Let you figure out which zones you want to place them. You're going to stand facing the ankle point, starting a squat with the arms extended. Get ready. All right, and away you go. So you're going to stand on up and you're going to row the bar in. So as you stand, row the bar in, and as you descend, let those arms out. Move the hands to where you need to for a good solid pull on this. So you can have the base hand palm down zone 1 right by that safety strap. And you can move that power hand in, and that'll make it a little bit more difficult the closer you get that power hand towards that base hand. And relax there. Well done. All right. So that's one down. You got one left this side. All right, get ready. And second set. So what muscles are these working? Well, it's certainly a whole body exercise. We have the squat pattern going on. So we have your quadriceps involved with this. We have your glutes involved. We have all your core, so your abdominals, your obliques, your back. Then we have the upper body with the pull. So we've got your rhomboids, your deltoids, your lats all working on this. All right, you got 6 more seconds on this second set. Then you're going to change sides. All right, so change hands and change sides. Now, if you've been doing it, as I've been doing on the demo here, now your left hand's going to be through the safety strap, but both palms are going to be down. All right, get ready. 2 sets off this side for us, and away you go. So smooth and steady, squat and row. Now, if you want to add some pace in this, you can do, as long as the form and the technique stays nice and dialed in. Don't rush it. Okay, 13 seconds on this. Last 10. Keep the head and chest up, tendencies to look down to the ground. Get your feet to grip the ground as well. And relax. Well done, great stuff. All right, you got 15 seconds breathing, then we're going to go for a fourth and final set, but it's only a second set off this side, remember? Ready? And away you go. So fourth and final set, but second set off this side. Keep that breathing nice and relaxed as you rock these out. Tendency can be to hold the breath as well. We don't want that. Last couple of seconds. So really pull that bar into the chest on this one. We're going to go sideways to the anchor point next. All right, change back to your original hand. So change back to your original hand. Now in the demo here, I got my right hand through. We got some 90 degrees jump and press. So we're going to start 90, start nice and tall, sideways to the anchor point. We're going to jump and press out, and away you go. So starting from here, start nice and tall with the bar into the chest. Jump and explode out and drive that bar away. Really punch that bar away. You land in a nice deep squat. Heads up, chest up, torso tall. You're almost trying to bend the bar as well. 7 seconds, then you get a breather. You have those levels to regress to if you're doing the full explosiveness. And relax, 15 seconds breather. You can jump out, you can step out and step back in. You can jump out and step back in, or you can jump out and jump back in. All right, get yourself ready. Second set coming up, and away you go. So nice and smooth and steady. Find your appropriate levels with ease. All right, 15 seconds on this second set. Land light. If it starts to break down because you're absolutely nailing this for 30 seconds, then feel free to take a breather. Just to reset the form, and then you can go again until now. All right, now definitely have a breather. So set yourself up. You need to change hands. Now you're going to put your left hand through the safety strap, standing sideways to the anchor point, and you'll jump out to your left. You've got 4 seconds. The wider the hands, the easier this is as well. And away you go. All right, 10 seconds gone on this, I should say. 10 seconds gone. Third set in total, but only second set off this side. Four more seconds. You're almost there on this third set. And relax. Great stuff. Give those legs a shake. Regress it if you need to. I mean, that's 3 sets down of explosiveness. You need to scale it down. Feel free to do so. All right. Get yourself ready. And away you go. Fourth and final set on these. Fourth and final set on your 90 degrees. Jump and press. Crack on. Reset to a nice tall position with that bar into the chest, and then explode out, like I say, punch that bar away. And relax there. Great stuff. All right. So we got a lunge and an overhead press with this. So from where you are now, stand facing away from the anchor point, both palms down. You can go mid-zones, as I'm doing here, between 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. You're going to lunge. Off you go. So you're going to lunge away from the anchor point, and as you do so, you're going to press the bar out and scoop that bar up and over the head. You're going to alternate the legs as you go. Now, as you alternate the legs, you are definitely going to find one side is easier to press off than another. So just counterbalance that as best you can. Keep the form and the technique nice and high. And relax. There you go. There's one down. All right. Get ready for your second set. And away you go. So smooth and steady. Second set on these. Don't be afraid to stop at the bottom. Does your knee have to touch the ground? No. But it might just help you to tap the knee to the ground just to reset for a second should you start to lose that little bit of balance on any of these. We're going to change sides in 3 seconds. And relax. Well done. All right. Change sides for us. So swapping the hand through. All right, you got 4 seconds on this. Get yourself ready. Third set coming up. And away you go. So smooth and steady. Third set. Lunges with an overhead press. Okay, 7 more seconds. Last 3. And relax. Well done. All right. You got 1 more set coming up. So what muscles do you think these are going to be working? Well, again, core, glutes, hamstrings, quadriceps. Ready? And away you go. Certainly working the shoulders as well and that chest. Because we've got acceleration to start the movement and deceleration to control it on the way back as well. Okay, 18 seconds on this 4th set. Fourth and final set on these. Keep this movement smooth and steady. Make sure you've got tension on the resistance on the band all the way through. And relax, great stuff. One of my favorites, the old pitchfork. So the pitchfork, we're going to be standing facing the anchor point. Both palms are going to be down. Base hand, palm down, zone 1. Power hand, palm down, zone 4. Stand facing the anchor point in a squat. Get ready, and away you go. Stand, drive that arm, the power arm, out to the side. Keep that power arm locked long. So keep it locked nice and straight. Stand nice and tall. Maybe even pause at the top to really lock it in. 10 seconds on this first set. And relax there. All right, 1 down, 1 more to go off this side. All right, 5 seconds. Get yourself ready. Second set coming up. And away you go. So smooth and steady. Second set on these pitchforks. "15 seconds. So we've got that squat pattern going on, so we know it's glutes and quads. We've got anti-rotation work going on, as we do with most of these exercises, if not all. So definitely working that core. And relax there. We've got your upper back working and your shoulders. All right, change hands. So make sure you hit the opposite side now, team. Get yourself ready. All right, and away you go. So third set in total, but only first set off this side now. So both palms down. Stand facing the anchor point. Now you're going to stand and drive it over your opposite shoulder. Keep that arm locked long. Don't over-rotate with this. Imagine your working arm is going to get stopped by a wall behind you. So your power hand is just going to go to a wall just by the side of you. And relax. That's 3 down with only 1 left. All right, 5 seconds on this. Stand by for your 4th set. And away you go. 4th and final set on these. Lovely bit of power. Pitchfork. I was going to say power or something then. Pitchforks. 10 seconds already gone on this 4th and final set. Almost there. Keep these going. Stand nice and tall at the top. Add that little pause in there if you want to. And relax. Great stuff. It's the windmill. So standing sideways to the anchor point. You're going to go base hand, palm down. Power hand, palm up. So if I go base hand, palm down, power hand, palm up, I'm going to start nice and tall. And away you go. I'm going to squat and draw down towards the ground. And as I stand, it's going to come round and up and over my head. Squat, down and away. Stand, go towards. Drawing a nice big circle. Imagine the end of the rip trainer was a big crayon or a pen. There's a huge sheet of paper in front of you. You need to draw that nice big circle on that sheet of paper right in front of you. 3 more seconds on this. And relax. There you go. There's your first one done. 1 more off this side, then you get to change sides. All right, and away you go. So second set on this. Second set. Okay, 15 seconds, halfway through. Keep these hips nice and still. What you don't want to be doing is rotating through the hips or anything. Those hips should be literally staying side onto that anchor point with this. And relax there, well done. Change sides for us. Change sides. So all you're doing is facing the opposite way now. Base hand is still palm down. Power hand is still palm up. Now you're going to draw down and away from that anchor point. Ready? And away you go. Third set in total. First set off this side. Here we go. 10 seconds left, so keep the head up, chest up. Don't be rounding that back. Don't be hunching over. And relax, well done. All right, you got 1 more set. 1 more set this side. Keep that breathing nice and relaxed. Here we go. Ready? And away you go. So smooth and steady. Final set on this. Take your time. Keep that power hand close to the keep that base hand, the base hand, close to the outside edge of that hip, the outer hip. Don't let it fold over on your wrist. And relax. Great stuff. It's the overhead axe chop. So let's go right hand through the safety strap. Stand facing away from the anchor point. Right hand, which is your base hand, is going to be palm up. Okay. Power hand is going to be palm up from this position here. Off you go. You're going to pull your base hand in. Drive up with your power hand. If it's over your left shoulder, you've got your left leg back. Pull the base hand in. Drive up with the power arm. Take your time with this. You don't want to rush this one. If you get this, you're going to be feeling it in the backs of those triceps. Great stuff. And relax there. Well done. Have a breather. Well earned. One more set off this side. Stand by. Get yourself ready. And away you go. So second set off this side. Keep the torso nice and tall. Think about your head being pulled away from your heels. So you're really as tall as possible with this. Last 5 seconds on this one. And change sides. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to change hands. So you got your left hand as your base hand, right hand as your power hand. It's going to be over your right shoulder. So step back with your right leg. Ready? And away you go. Pull that base hand in and drive up with that power hand. Stab the rip trainer into the clouds if you're outside, or stick it into the ceiling if you're inside. Unless you've got a really low ceiling, in which case, don't stick it into the ceiling. I don't want any claims. Saying, Ben told me to do this. And relax there. There we go. Third set done. First set of this side. We've got one more, and then we get to change. All right, get yourself ready. And away you go. Fourth and final set on these now, crew. Stay long, stay strong from head to heel. Strong as steel. Forehead to feet. Get like that concrete. 18 seconds. All right, you're almost there. Fourth and final set. And away you go. We got the paddleboard rows up next. So paddleboard row, stand facing that anchor point. We're going to go base hand, palm up, zone 1. Power hand, palm down, zone 3 or 4. All right, get yourself ready. And away you go. So you're going to squat down, whichever hand is your power hand. In the demo here, the power hand is my left hand, which means I'm going to be driving down just past that left heel. So out to the side. 13 seconds already on this. I do like the paddleboard row. You can either get some pace on this or go real smooth and steady with a heavy cable. And relax. There we go. 1 down, 3 to go, but only 1 more this side. All right, 3 seconds. Get yourself ready. And away you go. So smooth and steady. All right, 17 seconds. Second set. Again, heads up, chest up. Quads, glutes, obliques, all working with this one. Triceps to keep that arm locked straight with the paddleboard. Almost there. And relax. Great stuff. Change sides. So if you're going to go off the left-hand side now, so left hand through the safety strap. So base hand, palm up. Power hand, palm down. We're now going to squat and paddle to the right-hand side because that's now the power hand. Ready? And away you go. So I hope you've changed sides. So let's go for 2 sets of paddleboard rows off this side. Now, if I was stood in front of you, I should be able to see your torso and your chest. If you've got a logo on your t-shirt or your top, I should be able to see that. 10 seconds. First set this side. And relax, well done. All right, have a breather. Last set of the paddleboard row coming up, last set. Almost there, get ready. All right, fourth and final set on these paddleboard rows. Rock them out. Just paddle in again, just past that heel. We don't want to stab the person behind you. We're not looking to really drive that paddleboard back too far. Keep tension on the cable all the way through, the resistance cord. Last couple of seconds. Keep the torso nice and tight. And relax. All right, rip arches. So rip arches, we're going to stand sideways to the anchor point. We're going to go base hand, palm up, power hand, palm up. Oh, I should say base hand, palm down, power hand, palm up. That's my mistake. All right, stand sideways to the anchor point. Start in a squat. Off you go. You're going to stand up. You're going to draw an imaginary archway. And as you squat down, this rip trainer is going to go to the outside edge of your foot, the furthest foot away from the anchor point. As you stand, you're going to bring it up and over, and it's going to come to the outside edge of the foot that's closest to the anchor point. And you're just going to follow that path all the way through. What you're not going to do is you're not going to draw and relax there. When it comes down to the bottom of the arch, you're not going to let the rip trainer just scoot across the floor to reset. You've got to follow the path back. Imagine somebody was stood in front of you and you're drawing an archway over them. Off you go. If you wouldn't be able to let it scoot across the floor because you chop the legs off. All right, so second set on these. Off you go. All right, just a few more seconds off this side. Keep it smooth, keep it steady before we change sides and hit two more the opposite side. And relax there. All right, well done. Change sides for us. Okay, and away you go. Here we go. Two sets this side, and again, with all this rip training stuff, don't worry if you find one side is harder to work off than another. Perfectly natural. But this is why we like doing the rip trainer, right? You got 15 seconds on this third set, but only first set this side. And relax there. Well done. Great stuff. Have a breather. You got one more set this side. One more set. All right, 3 seconds. Get ready. Fourth and final set. And away you go on your rip arches. Like we had in the windmills, make sure those hips stay nice and still. Those hips aren't going to move and wriggle or wobble or anything along those lines. Keep those hips nice and locked in. Directly side onto that anchor point. 4 more seconds, fourth and final set. And relax there. All right, rip high strike. So you're going to start sideways to the anchor point. Base hand's going to be palm down, zone 1. Power hand's going to be palm up through zone 3 or 4. You're going to physically rotate, pull the base hand in, strike out with that power hand, and away you go. Making sure that you rotate on that back foot. Okay, 18 seconds on this. You can see there I'm adding in that initial one, or adding a little step with that as well. 9 seconds. The hip and shoulder are coming round as one. And relax. So I'm rotating as a cylinder, as we talk about in TRX. So I'm rotating as a cylinder here. Hip and shoulder moving round as one, not fixed. All right, second set off this side, and away you go. Halfway through, 15 seconds. All right, last 10. Pull and push. That generates the rotation. And relax. Change sides for me. Change sides. So going off the opposite side now. Now if you're putting your left hand through the safety strap, you're going to go base hand, palm down, power hand, palm up. Starting side on. Ready? And away you go. You're going to pull that base hand in. Strike out with that power hand. $18 seconds on this. All right, last 10 seconds. On this third set, on these high strikes, and relax. So you're striking out 45 degrees, not overhead. Remember, we've got a low strike, mid strike, high strike, and overhead strike with the rip trainers. Okay, 3 seconds. Get yourself ready. And away you go. Fourth and final set on these. Okay, last 10 seconds. Make sure that pull and push is still dialed in. If you want to add a pause at the end range of that high strike, you can do. And relax there. We got the rip spear to finish. The rip spear to finish. So we're going to go base hand, palm down, zone 1. Power hand, palm down, zone 4, maybe even 3. Start facing the anchor point or stand facing. Start with a bar against the chest, and away you go. Slowly drive that rip trainer straight out to the side. You want to lock out that power arm, and then slowly slide that rip trainer bar back in. Imagine you're trying to slide it between 2 panes of glass. Nice and smooth and steady. 10 seconds left on this first set. Doesn't look like much, but if you've got some decent resistance on, this isn't easy at all. And relax there, well done. So with this, you definitely want to get the feet to grip the ground. You need your quadriceps locked in, your glutes nice and tight to stop from those hips from moving. Going to keep those shoulders away from the ears. And away you go, second set. Natural tendency is for the shoulders to start hunching up. We don't want any of that. All right, you're halfway through on this second set off this side. All right, 4 more seconds. And relax, change hands. 2 sets of rip spears off the opposite side, and you are done on this session. All right, get yourself ready. And away you go. So you should have changed hands. You now should be stabbing out or spearing out to the opposite side now. Keep this breathing nice and relaxed as you work your way through this. One side's going to be better than another. Don't be afraid to adjust it if you need to. And relax. One more set of 30 seconds on your rip spear. Awesome work. Great session. Well done. Here we go. Last 3 seconds before your final set. Ready? And away you go. Keep that chin up off the chest. Here we go. Last 15 seconds. With 15 seconds left, it's my honor to say thank you so much for jumping into this Revolve session with the old rip trainer. I hope you've enjoyed it. Keep going. Last couple of seconds. 3, 2, 1.